And here we finally go. And we have a change in gods, as you can see. We have double Oranos and Loki on SUD side, and DoD are playing double Oranos and Zeus. That's an interesting choice there. Zeus instead of Loki, I would think should be better, but let's see. On the bottom, we have spawn of dots. First one I picked is Shelty. He is forced to go for chickens, as he doesn't really see any other hand here, which is pretty unfortunate for him. Looking at Hellenic, he is forced to do the same. And only now he discovered, but it's just the hyenas, so that's not really useful all that much. Going to the third dot, No Fear, which is pretty cut off from his friends there. That's a big distance between them. He is also forced. Oh, he's actually not. He does see a very decent herd of zebras, which is the only one from dot team right now. But other than that, he also sees hyenas, and that's it for this moment. Not anything else. Looking to SUD's team, Sigma. How is he looking for you? He sees herd of gazelles. That's pretty nice for him. And he also sees the zebra, so he is pretty much the best off so far. Looking at Skyfire's starting position, is he seeing something interesting? Well, this is a solo zebra, that's not great. So he's picking just the chickens here. And not really seeing anything, just some monkeys here. Not a great position for him. But, I take that back. It's actually a pretty good position. He sees the giraffes with some supporting gazelles. Nice. And we also now see that it's an oasis with the big pond in the middle. The last one is Chino. He isn't gathering chickens, so he has, yeah, the zebra hunt here. And is he seeing something different? Oh, just some berries, but also monkeys. They're not really all that great because they run all around, but it's not really a problem for a Norse. Not much food on them, but still it's a hunt. But otherwise, he doesn't really see anything great, just another berries. So the starting positions are not really awesome. But you can see Hellenic finally found his golden mine, and well, that's pretty decent. That will last him for a while. And at least some monkeys at the back here, for Shelty possibly. Because so far he doesn't really see anything forward, or does he? No, he doesn't. That's literally nothing. Just two gazelles, and that's it. Looking at the TCs, well, this is third of Hellenic and China. They can pretty much pick which is which is whose. And, well, again, like previous match, who manages to rule this middle between those two TCs? Well, pretty much control both of them. So that's going to be quite interesting. Third of No Fear is pretty close to him, so it should be relatively safe, whereas third of Sigma is pretty forward and might be a bit difficult to actually secure. This will be an interesting fight between Oranos on dot side and Oranos on SUD side. We can also see some first relics, cheaper siege weapons, and a lot of hunt here. That's nice for No Fear, yeah. Oh, his bad position at the start really turned into something pretty great. He has a lot of hunt here. That's awesome for him. Whereas Sigma doesn't really seem all that lucky. Another relic is here, which is cheaper Secrets of the Titans. Well, that might possibly come in play here. And better Ram Helepoly, Siege Tower, and so on and so forth. That's not bad. If Hellenic manages to come into Mythic, it might be useful for some Helepoly. And the last relic so far is on SUD side, and that's cheaper. Oh, cheaper. Faster Mythic drain time. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Especially considering Loki there. He should be having a lot of concentration on the mythical units, but well, let's check what's happening. So Skyfire has already advanced. And where is he actually building his buildings? Right in his base. So he's not really committing to either side there. How is it looking with other advances? China almost there. Sigma as well. No Fear also. And Shelty also as well. And yep, Hellenic just advanced through Hermes though. He's already walling up, so he is very preparing for a raid-in, and he's pretty much relinquishing those 2 TCs here. It could be a dangerous play, but really he doesn't have a choice. He needs to defend against bad trades. But he also needs to wall here. There is a hole to get through. We can see some kind of double possibly from SUDs, Sigma and Skyfire right into No Fear, which is a pretty decent play, because No Fear is cut off from his team, and it will be a long way for Shelty to actually help him. Especially considering that Shelty has built all his buildings in his base the same as green player. Right now, No Fear should be screaming double, and Shelty should be going his way. Yeah, he already is. And it looks like most of the battle will be going on here, while Hellenic will just kind of stall the left side through the walling and some defense. But yellow, yeah, he is going for Centaur raiding. He is actually trying to raid, so he will just secure his position here and raid all along, but he really... Maybe there's another palm here, but this is kind of risky when he has no land of sea on line of sight on this. This battle is going as expected, because obviously the double was there first and Shelty was nowhere close. There was really no way that dots could actually defend early. And well, just killing all the hunt here, that wasn't really intentional. I think it was just... they were just in the way of moving units. Well, No Fear is rebuilding here, and he should be thinking about actually upgrading his towers, I think. Because otherwise, they might have a hard time defending here. They have already amassed enough army to actually at least make SUD think twice. And they seem to be moving away from No Fear. That's not a bad idea. While all the red and purple army is there in the purple's base, switch the battlefield and go somewhere else. Good idea. At the same time, yeah, this is pretty much expected. Chino is trying to go through the wall, but Hellenic is just repairing and not really doing anything else, while trying to find some release with his centaurs. And he will succeed right on, but there are no centaur polemarchs yet. Tower is close by, so no damage done, but still, at least a bit of downtime. At the same time, the blue has finally found some willies, but let's check this purple. Yeah, he was raiding some food willies there. Or some, yeah, food willies. But haven't really done all that much damage. Blue has at least taken down the manor house, which is not that bad. It at least has a potential of housing Shelty for at least a while, but he has to retreat because Shelty has quite a lot of army and can't really be bothered by this little force. Green is pretty much stopped in his tracks as well, and he is going to join with blue quite soon. They should have really went there both together. They wouldn't be running into any kind of problems. In the meantime, Hellenic on the left side has amassed some army and is kind of successfully defending against Chino MX, who is not doing all that much damage. Where are the centaurs actually? Yeah, he just amassed a lot of sheep here, or rather goats, and he just, yeah, he's starving his opponent. That's a good play. And what's going on here? Nothing much. Just red is taking second TC, as you can see on the minimap. That's pretty much all that is going on. And yeah, that's the train of love right there. Come on, much better cooperation would be needed. Blue, where are you going? Just go back. Just go back. That's not a bad Valor. Oh, sorry, Valor, the otherwise. Shockwave. And similar use by Sigma. I would still prefer if actually SUDs concentrated both their armies at the same spot. It might have been better for them. And yeah, it is. They can ride through here. And Suits right now know this, whereas Hellenic still is unaware. There is a hole. That's careless from Hellenic right there. And he better hope it does not cost them the game. Well, Shelter is going for pretty darn good booming. Going for 3rd TC as well. And yeah, those armies are just not converging for Sud, and they were out micro there by dots. It seems green army, well, there's a lot of green, actually stopping No Fear from building his TC, but not for long. Yeah, armies coming in to actually save the day and put an end to this kind of raid. Yellow is also taking a 2nd TC, whereas no Suits are really taking them. This could really backfire for them, because dots will have a lot stronger economies, and they will be able to finish the games pretty much okay. Just simply on stronger economies and being able to pump out units much swifter than their opponents. Yeah, and finally there's China MX going through. No, Hellenic is not Hellstravich. Hellenic is just Hellenic. Hellstravich is playing some 1v1 games with Avely, I think. And going back to the game, China MX is making proper use of the hole in the wall there and taking down some houses here and raiding, but he is under attack as well. But China was able to walk quickly enough to actually stop his enemy. Red is trying to help, and otherwise, yeah, it seems that dots have stopped Sud in their tracks pretty much. Even though Sud is through Bragi, but he doesn't really have a lot of army here to do anything. You can see 3-2-2 against 1-all. That's not really boding well for Suits. Right now, Suits are at least taking 2nd TCs there. While Hellenic can't really decide what to do with this army, it seems. China MX is using some pretty nice walling. This is a good idea. This is basically channeling all the units towards the TC and between the fire of the towers. That's a very good strategy, actually. Nice play there. And that's a lot of gold willies, and if yellow actually manages to catch them, wow, that's going to hurt China pretty badly, because he has no way to go to save him. Nobody is going to save him there. Come on, yellow. You use the scouty a bit. Well, China MX really taken quite a break there. SUD, Skyfire and Sigma are still trying to do something with their armies right here. But still they are not really concentrated, and they are getting picked off by those armies. If they were better coordinated, they could have done a lot better. Come on, you need to be together. Well, sorry, but it's not like you can really do anything here, especially with those two armies catching up with you. And in the meantime though, there's some nice raiding from Skyfire, preventing No Fear from actually gathering wood there. But at the same time, No Fear is actually raiding on his own, and kinda successfully at that. Yep, Parsi is going to join the army here. This is just a question of time before this army is actually deleted from the face of the world. And yellow is just going here. Come on, come on. You can do it, you can find them. No, just don't turn back. Don't do that. Come on. This is, well, enemy blobs in enemy bases, but really nothing going on. It's just going around and around. But right now, green and blue are kinda converging on purple here, who has overstayed his welcome in blue's base. And we can see China is really playing well here. He is through tier right now. Still on 1 TC, but in Mythic. That could be dangerous for dots. Yeah, this is a battle no fear doesn't really want to take, even with the shockwave there. And through the retreating army, well, Suits at least found where the gold gatherers are for purple. Shelty is too heroic, and that's the first from DoD if I remember correctly, yes. And is maybe someone else also up in? Yeah. No fear is almost there, once this really is up. I don't expect really any upgrades, but here they are. No fear already has at least the baseline. In the defense, how's it looking for Shelty? Same here. Concerning Sigma. Come on, where is some unit? He doesn't have any. And Green. He also doesn't have any. That's not good for them. These upgrades pretty much mean that Turmas from Suits will not be as effective as they would be hoping. And this should really turn the battle into DoD's favor. Alright, and we have a bigger attack here from China MX, who is using flaming weapons on unupgraded units against Hellenic. Yeah, this is a pretty important palace here, right there. That's going to help defend quite immensely. At least it will slow down the attack. That will allow the flaming weapons to actually expire before any substantial damage is done. Yeah, so that's the wolf, he's gone. And Hellenic decided to call it a day, right at the nick of time. 58 health. Nice one. And it actually helps Sigma to put up this TC. Well, helps. DoDs really weren't in a position to actually stop him. Because of the armies here, obviously. Someone else advancing who is worth looking at. Sigma and Hellenic. Hellenic, how is it looking for you? You have this up, so you potentially could be up in somewhere. But no, you aren't. And we have Shelty through Hecate. Interesting. Sigma was the last one, I think. Who wasn't up? Yeah, and he isn't up in... Yeah, just now clicked. Okay. And we have Tartarian Gate right into the base of China to actually make him kinda return at least. That's not a bad play. But his flaming weapons were pretty much wasted. And he is forced to retreat, so yeah, he better. Still can see the spy on this really. So let's check the right front. Wow, that's a big battle. And Shelty is going for Titans right there. Alright, so he's not wasting any time there. Let's quickly check here, where actually China was able to take this forward DC. And that means he is also controlling this second one, so Hellenic is just now forced to stay on 2 TCs. This could be pretty bad for him. Yeah, you can't really go with this against all that many throwing axemen. That would be a bad idea. And a big battle still raging on the other side. Right now it's really looking into DoD's favor, and I think it's only because of the upgrades. Because you can see that green has no upgrades, blue has at least the baseline, so that's fine. He at least caught up with DoDs, and yeah. Alright, where is this passage going? Oh, here. Yeah, so that's to help China MX if he comes into some decent pressure there. Because as you can see, yeah, all these hoplites and all these destroyers could take this down if microed properly. The horses on the throwing axeman and the birdie on the throwing axeman, of course. Shelty is starting with Titan Gate, it should be pretty much safe without much problem. But these boars could actually stop them, because there are no heroes here. Wow, yeah, okay, that's stop to this attack. Now let's check back on the right, where actually Sigma is defending quite fine. He's at 3 TCs now, the same as No Fear and Shelty, and Scarfire is helping him here. And we have another Tartarian gate from Skyfire here. Wow, and he's building a tree to make dryads to actually stop this Titan. It's interesting, do they have some other spells? Not really. Yeah, take the tree, take the tree. That's what he's trying to do. And he will succeed. Come on. Yeah, that was a nice gift right there. This position is pretty much secured through the force there, and on the right, though the battle is still raging on. Pretty much. Some more upgrades? Not yet. Oh, they are pretty much even here. No Fear and Sigma. Whereas Green, has he at least upgraded? Yeah, he is upgrading. Well, this is kind of a stallish situation, but these archers could actually turn this battle around, because they will be killing all those Turmas without all that much problem. On the bottom, there's really not much going on. This is, I think, either waiting for Hellenic to go Mythic. Yeah, right now he clicked Hephaestus. And that's going to be a pretty tough deal for China to actually stop. He should be taking this TC to have as much army as possible to stop the Colossi and Myrmidon spam that comes soon after the Mythic is hit. But looking at the Titan gate at 60%, I'm pretty sure it's going to go left and actually delete China MX from the face of the earth and allow Hellenic to take the TCs and make his Colossi spam all that much worse for SUDs. Looking at Mythics, we have 2 SUDs in Mythic and 1 of dots only, whereas Hellenic is already advancing, so that's kinda evenish. And it doesn't really seem that SUDs should be able to capitalize on this short-term advantage anyway. Green is pushing here with the help of blue, but is it really enough? Well, right now it is, because it's basically 2v1 as you can see. Red is nowhere to be seen. He is with all his army on the left, and Nofir is left alone, and he can't really stand all that much pressure. But Titan is up, so let's see if he actually goes to the left, as I predicted or not. I would think so. They want Hellenic to get as many TCs as possible, and that would be the best course of action, to delete those, let him take them, spam Colossi and Myrmidons. But as you can see, Titan is going up, to actually help against the double. Well, that might work as well. How's it looking with upgrades for red? Oh, he has at least the bronze shields here. Green, the baseline, and teal. He has just the base shields against pierce damage. That's not really enough. He's in Mythic for quite some time, but without upgrades you're not really going to do a whole lot. A lot of yellow here in the middle. Alright, so that's now nice underworld passage. And stealing a TC, well, that's careless from SUDs, come on. Come on, come on, come on. And that's very nicely played. And if he builds temples right there, or well, he doesn't really need to, he has the underworld passage here. If he pumps Colossi there, he's just going to wreck them. Yeah, and this is a pause because they just realized they are pretty much screwed because of this underworld and TC steal. And not many great things are waiting for them. Yeah, Willy's caught up. Titan go in there. This doesn't bode well. This doesn't bode well for SUDs at all. Yeah, this is a bit too late. So once mythical units from Zeus start pumping in, it's going to be a tough deal. Yep, Military Academy preparing for the Myrmidons. Do you have upgrades already? Okay, they call it a day. They recognize that's pretty much it. They know what's going to happen. Shelty is pushing through On the right, the Titan would push through, and this middle is pretty much a done deal for them. That would just kill all their base echo without too much chance of any step back. Nicely played from Dots, but it was nicely played from Suits as well. Even though they could use a bit more cooperation, they played interestingly and the game was fun. Alright, post game then. Shelty MVP. Kinda could agree on that. Otherwise, Sud China was playing kinda well. Very fast Mythic, nice civilian units, but those upgrades weren't really great, were they? Yeah, just 14. Second worst. And but 1352, that's a pretty decent Mythic, right there. But yeah, you can see China just, wow, running away in population limits, same as Hellenic though. Nicely played.